Amazing poetry, and he goes by the name of
Eniola.
Yes. So Eniola, what made you want to start poetry? What made you want to do poetry?
Good question. So I grew up in a very literary household.
Yes.
My dad is a writer, journalist. So I've been around books my whole life. Eventually, over time, because I was so immersed in words, I wanted to create one of my own.
Okay.
And then creating one became several, and then it became about narrating stories all around me. Because I always saw different stories being told.
Yeah.
But not explicitly.
Okay.
It was always in conversations with uncles and things like that. It's like it was so good to immortalize these. I started writing, I started penning things down. Short stories became poetry became spoken word, and here we are today.
Okay. Do you find any challenges writing poetry? Like any kind of
Challenges, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because when writing, it's very important to keep it long enough to articulate the fullness of what you're trying to say as a matter of truth, but short enough to still maintain your audience's attention. Trying to keep that balance is quite difficult. 100%.
So have you ever written on an instrumental, like a beat, or is it just strictly poetry?
No, but I've written on many instrumental actually.
Okay.
Funny you bring that up because I'm actually recording something. I'm recording an album right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what would you say is the different process between the poetry and maybe recording music?
Good question. Because you're recording with music and even performing in front of a live audience, that's more spoken word. The performative aspect of it is quite exuberant because it becomes more than just the words. It becomes your delivery. It becomes tonality. It becomes the fullness of expression. Whereas with writing, the words do all the talking for you.
It's true.
See what I'm trying to say? So how you're articulating yourself has to be different when it's written as opposed to when it's spoken.
No, it's true. And what is your one advice would you give to an upcoming poetry or artist who kind of finds it hard? You know, social media, image plays a part. So what would you say is one advice would you give to them?
One advice I would give? Good question. There is many, but I would say the one thing is I can only drive home authenticity. It's so important. You see, and authenticity comes. It's a fruit of identity, knowing who you are, and then when you create from that space, everything shines forth. It becomes so real, to your audience because it's real to you first and foremost.
Yeah, you're right. And you said you got an album coming out. So when's the album gonna drop? Or you can't give no spoilers. So, and how long did it take you to write the album?
It's weird. It's something that has kind of been in the process for, I would say, the better part of this year. Progressively. And you ask me when it's coming. Let's put a provisional date on the 1st of November.
First of November.
Provisional date.
I like
but
that.
I can keep you guys updated.
100%.
IG oepromise_.
Yes.
You just find me on there and any updates. But I'm more than likely in November.
Yes. And what is your one goal that you want to achieve?
One goal?
Yeah, what is your goal? Like, what do you want to achieve? When it's all said and done, your legacy.
Wow. I would love to do a piece with the live symphony orchestra. I love classical music.
Okay.
Right? And then to perform a full set, I'm talking a good hour and a bit, with a live symphony orchestra, I think that would be legacy made for me.
Yeah, it's true. So where can they find all your work on social media? You said it already. What's your social media?
Social media is oepromise_. That's oepromise_. You can find all my work on there. I'm also a model. I do acting as well on there. So bits and bobs, but really delving into writing on looking to get a release in November. Because you put me on pressure.
Alright then, King, we're going to follow your journey.
Appreciate
and I'm going to make sure, 100%.
I'm looking forward to it.
Boom. Yes.